Oh, I just stumbled across the first water snake in our neighborhood this year. This one's mad. I'm gonna bite my fingers. I'm not wearing a glove, and I know that was a bad idea. Oh, you missed. Anyway, this is the Florida water snake, by far the most common species. They get way bigger than this guy. He's probably 1.5 feet. They can easily get to like 4 feet long. Water snakes are often confused for cottonmouths, and this defensive behavior is a good example of how they get confused. When they get defensive, their head kind of stiffens up in the typical arrowhead shape that a cottonmouth has naturally because of its venom glands. This species doesn't have that, and you can usually tell them apart by these really dark labial stripes. Cottonmouths don't have those. Are you chill now? You're just I'm like right in front of your face, dude. That's nice. You still mad? Ow! Oof. Yep, he's mad. Yeah, he got me. Sorry, buddy. I'm bleeding a little bit, but I'll be all right. Yeah, so he got me. Here's a little blood. Nothing too bad though, because like I said, he's small and non-venomous, so I'll be just fine. But since I got bit, I do want to mention that water snakes have anticoagulant properties in their saliva, which will cause the victim to bleed out for a pretty long time before it starts to clot. They need that to catch their prey and kill it, because fish can easily get away if they don't bleed out. But it does have the same effect on humans, so I'm probably going to bleed for a decent amount of time. But I'll be fine. I'm going to get this snake out of here back where it was going. Alright, I'm going to go let this snake go safely. There you go. Our backyard is full of frogs for you. Enjoy. There's a really big turtle up here. What are you? Either a peninsular cooter or a red-bellied cooter. I'm gonna call this a peninsular cooter because I can tell that the bottom of the shell is a yellow color. You're so covered in ants all over your neck and head. You might want to move. If they start stinging you, that's gonna hurt. I don't know if it's laying eggs or not. It does look like a female, but she doesn't seem to be doing anything. She's just chilling here. So I guess I'll leave you to your ants. Hope they don't bother you too much. This is a pretty cool look at both a green tree frog and a squirrel tree frog together, just to show you guys some of the differences between these pretty identical species. The green tree frog has a really thick white line from the front leg to the back leg. The squirrel tree frog does not have that. The squirrel tree frog has a rounded head with yellow lips, while the green tree frog has a narrow head with usually white lips. They're both green on top, but they have a more rounded size on the squirrel tree frog and a more slender size on the green tree frog. I'm going to let these two guys go back where I found them, but I just thought I'd show the two of them off because they look pretty similar and they can be hard to tell apart. My dad found this chicken turtle crossing a road while out bird watching. Chicken turtles are freshwater turtles that spend most of their lives on land. They are easily identifiable by their yellow striped arms. They have a solid orange plastron and usually display a reticulated pattern of thin yellow markings on the carapace, giving them their species name Reticularia. However, this individual doesn't clearly display that pattern. They are called chicken turtles because they apparently taste like chicken. My dad also found this softshell turtle with a severely bloated shell. This is most likely due to a previous injury in which internal organs were damaged, but the shell never broke open, causing gas to build up around the wounded site. This is very similar to how beached whales inflate due to gases filling up in the body, causing them to violently explode unless they are vented properly. Unfortunately, this turtle cannot dive or hide from predators. We were unable to help it, but given its size, it's likely going to be able to eat and defend itself for however long it may last. For comparison, here's a normal softshell turtle. Its carapace is completely flattened and somewhat pliable, allowing the turtle to bury itself under mud when hiding from predators. I just found this squirrel tree frog and it looks kind of weird. He's got like scratches all over his back. I'm not gonna pick him up just in case he's got some kind of weird fungus going on. But he's not looking terribly great on the back. Otherwise though, it looks like a healthy frog. Well, it's pouring rain right now. We got two Cuban tree frogs here in Plexus. This is what they do before the female lays eggs. The male will hop on her back, and he won't let go of her until she's ready to mate. Hey guys, come here. Come here. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. These aren't invasive species though, so I'm going to get rid of them. There's a greenhouse frog. It's a pretty big one. They're usually about half the size of this. This is actually the native prey of the Cuban tree frog. This is a non-native species that's also native to Cuba. I wouldn't consider it an invasive species though, because they get about this big and they're not toxic to anything. So any animal that could normally eat a frog would be able to eat them just fine. This is a really cool looking spider. It's called a spiny-backed orb weaver. They kind of look like a clown mask. Pretty terrifying. Little southern toad. Big southern toad. What's up?